There is something deeply uncomfortable about watching a Japanese parent do absolutely nothing while their child is screaming in public. Not distracted, not careless, just calm. I remember sitting inside a small ramen shop in Kyoto when a little boy, maybe 4 years old, suddenly started crying because his mother would not buy him juice from the vending machine outside. And I waited for the reaction, the lecture, the bribe, the angry whisper, the phone shoved into his hands. But none of it came. His mother kept pouring tea into tiny cups like nothing unusual was happening. At first, I judged her for it. Honestly, I thought she was being cold. But then, something happened 5 minutes later that completely changed the way I understood parenting. And there was one detail I noticed afterward that made me genuinely uncomfortable about the way we handle children in the modern world. We will get to that last. Most of us are afraid of our children's emotions. When a child starts crying in public, it feels like the whole room is judging us. So we react immediately. Stop crying. Here, take my phone. Fine, you can have it. Why? Because we want the moment to end. We want control. We want the embarrassment to disappear. And honestly, I would have done the same thing. But in Japan, I noticed something different. Many Japanese parents there do not rush to stop every emotion. They let it pass naturally. There's a Japanese word, gaman. It's written with 2 characters. One means endure, the other means patience. But gaman is not just about suffering quietly. It's about staying emotionally steady during uncomfortable moments. And Japanese parents often teach this without giving lectures. They create moments where children slowly learn how to regulate themselves. That is exactly what happened in the ramen shop. The little boy kept crying, at first loudly, then more softly, then just quietly sniffling. His mother looked at him from time to time. That was all. No panic, no embarrassment, no performance for the people around her. And then, the boy calmed himself down. He picked up a tissue, wiped his face, and quietly started eating. I remember staring at him because I realized something uncomfortable. He had learned how to come back from an emotion on his own, without a screen, without a reward, without someone rescuing him instantly. A lot of us try to protect children from uncomfortable feelings, and it usually comes from love. We do not want them to feel rejected, or frustrated, or sad. But sometimes we accidentally teach them that every uncomfortable emotion must disappear immediately. And later, many adults can no longer tolerate discomfort. They cannot sit with boredom, or anxiety, or silence. Researchers at Stanford University studied emotional regulation in children. What they found was surprisingly simple. Children who learned to tolerate small moments of frustration developed stronger emotional control later in life. Another study from University of Rochester found that constant external soothing can reduce a child's ability to self-regulate independently. That sounds harsh at first. But Japanese parenting is not always trying to create constant happiness. Very often, it is trying to build emotional capability. And that does not mean Japan is perfect. Not even close. Sometimes emotional restraint becomes emotional suppression. Some children grow up too quiet. Some adults struggle to ask for help. So there are trade-offs. But even then, Japan still seems to preserve something we are slowly losing: emotional patience. There is another Japanese phrase, Shikata ganai. It roughly means some things simply cannot be controlled. But it is not hopelessness. It is acceptance without emotional chaos. When a child becomes upset, Japanese parents do not always rush to fix the feeling. Sometimes they simply stay present beside it. And honestly, that was difficult for me to understand, because I always believed a good parent should solve the problem immediately. I remember another moment that hit me personally. I was in a shopping mall when a little girl collapsed onto the floor crying because her mother would not buy her a toy. And her mother quietly said, "You can cry, I'm still here." That was it. No threat, no bargaining, no dramatic reaction. And suddenly I realized something painful. Sometimes we are not managing our children's emotions, we are managing our own embarrassment. That was hard for me to admit. If you want to try this approach, start small. The first thing is the 10-second pause. When your child becomes upset, do not react immediately. Just observe for 10 seconds. At first, it feels incredibly awkward. The second thing is name, don't erase. Instead of saying, "Stop crying," try saying, "You're frustrated right now." That simple shift changes the entire emotional atmosphere. The third thing is no instant distraction. Not every uncomfortable moment needs a phone or a snack. Let a child experience boredom once in a while. The first few minutes feel painfully long. Then suddenly, they begin noticing the world again. And the fourth thing is stay calm physically. Japanese parents often keep their voice and body language extremely steady. And I noticed something interesting. Children slowly begin mirroring that emotional energy. After I left that ramen shop in Kyoto, I walked around the city for a long time thinking about what I had seen, and I realized something. Maybe emotionally strong people are not the ones who never feel discomfort. Maybe they are the ones who stop running from it. And maybe Japanese parenting quietly teaches children exactly that. Not perfection, presence. If this video changed the way you think about parenting, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want more on how Japanese psychology quietly creates emotionally strong people, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. See you in the next one.